Hello, everyone. I'm Armstrong Williams. It's rare that I become frustrated and exacerbated, and I am. I'm just feeling it this morning. The president tells us that jobs have been created, 600,000 jobs here. Then they tell us those jobs have not been created. Then they tell us they're using the stimulus package jobs to show that jobs have been created in this country. Then they won't show where the jobs have been created. You know, Everybody knows jobs have not been created. Everybody knows the stimulus package is not working. What I like to know is what is it that the president that he has implemented thus far that has worked. I just like somebody to tell me. You know, how could the media, how could they sell us President Barack Obama? They had to know what they were selling us. We were sold a bad product. We bought into this perfect candidate that was riding in on a black horse and was going to save us from economic strife, from partisan bickering. He was going to be the hope for the world, and everything would be peaceful the morning after. I feel bad because, I feel that I'm sophisticated. I read. I voted for this guy. I just feel woeful about it. And, I keep asking, who is this guy? And I ask you, who is this guy that we call President Barack Obama? Who is he? I mean, is it that he does not understand how to turn an economy around, to put policies in place that create jobs? Does he understand what cap and trade policy does to the energy of this country and to employment in states like Kentucky and other places? Does he really understand that the government cannot be the economic engine for creating jobs and turning the economy around? He gives these eloquent speeches and people get excited and people think that we're going to join hands and sing kumbaya and everything is turned around and the economy is getting worse. He talks about these banks and Wall Street, about how he's taking them to task, and his treasurer, secretary, has meetings with them, conference calls with them, telling them how to get around the loopholes, and then asking them for campaign contributions. The president is still campaigning. He's not running the White House. He's still a political candidate. He has not made the transition from candidate to leader of the free world. And that's not happened. I mean, are you as frustrated as I am? Am I alone in this quandary? What were we sold? I mean, listen, we've only had our president for a year. It's almost frightening to think what this man can do if give for the remainder of his 3 years in office. And then, they keep telling us that Massachusetts had nothing to do with health care. It wasn't an indictment of the president, that Coakley was a bad candidate, that the president still wants to push this health care mandate. He still wants to push his socialist agenda. I mean, what are we missing here? What is wrong with these people? Are we missing something? Am I the only one that's getting frustrated and getting this angst about what is happening to our democracy, what is happening to our country, but how were we sold this bad bill of goods? I'm telling you, we really need to pray for this country, and we need to continue to implement change. I think the Tea Party is a good thing. I think we need to send this president and the White House and the Congress a resounding message. You don't understand who we are as Americans. We don't want socialism. We don't want all this government intervention in our lives. We don't want government to be the first, the last, the middle, the beginning, the end to everything about this economy. Please. Now they're trying to convince us on don't ask, don't tell. I could care less about don't ask, don't tell. What I care about is what is this man and his administration doing to our America? Does anyone know? If so, please share it with us. because I'm at a loss. Frustrated, frustrated, frustrated.